long time, when I was still doing, I was first online and I was doing the Q&As, and Paul made a comment, and I'm still doing it for my office in U of T. And I said, AI is coming, and it's going to make an impact on the meaning crisis and religion beyond anything you're imagining. And what are you going to do? And Paul wrote, he said, the whole room went silent. He said, the whole room went silent. Look, we have a culture that drives us to vacillate between boredom and burnout. And people feel trapped. And they have a double-bind relationship with technology. I work with a company that's trying to change this, which is they know they're losing themselves in their technology, but if they don't keep up with it, they're missing out. And they'll fall behind. This is what Rosa calls frenetic stability. We have to keep putting more and more effort in, not to get better, but just so we don't fall behind. And thank you for mentioning Rosa. Really, that was great. And so the thing that looks so wonderful is AGI. Because it looks like it's going to make everything easier for you. So we now have accumulating good evidence, not produced by AI, by the way, because AI slop is destroying science already. Like papers that are written by AI and submitted that have no experiment was actually carried out, nothing was actually done. It's already, there's a deluge. And of course, you know that every second video you're watching is liable to not be real on YouTube. You know that now, right? And you know that your belief that you can detect the AI is largely false. We know, good evidence, that the use of the LLMs reliably degrades critical thinking. We know that if you start to use LLMs to cheat here, it is massively predictive that you will start to cheat everywhere else in your life. We know that the LLMs tilt people towards psychosis. We know that the LLMs provoke people to a kind of really worrying religious ideology. I get emails every day from people saying their LLM has achieved sentience and enlightenment and has confirmed their particular view of God and metaphysics. And that I should follow their ChatGPT or Claude 4. By the way, I predicted that would happen, so I'm happy as a scientist and destroyed as a human being. So I study this stuff very, very deeply. And Elizabeth, when she said, I'm being weird, I refuse to use any LLMs. And I challenge you to consider doing that. But yeah, I know. And I probably understand better than most people in this room how they work, and I study them. But I won't use them. I won't use them. So one piece of very concrete advice backed by a lot of good evidence, because they're basically toxic for you, even though they seem to be so sycophantically helpful to you. If you're a parent, don't use LLMs. Don't model that to your kids. Don't use LLMs. And I know a lot of people, don't. Try it. You want something that's a challenge, because if you want real advice, it's going to be challenging. Don't do it. But I know. But remember, that's what they promised you about the internet and social media. And did it come true? No. Remember when we were told the internet would increase democracy? Remember when we were told that? Well, I'm old enough. Okay, when Awakening from the Media Crisis, so many people said to me, are you kidding? 50 hours of 1 hour lecture, nobody will watch it. I did Awakening from the Media Crisis as a revolutionary countercultural act to show that the medium that was dedicated to making people impulsive morons could be transformed into making them reflective philosophers. Now, if you're saying, do I think the LLMs can go that way? No, I don't. Because there's too much in the machinery of how they work that is parasitic on creating a parody of relevance realization without actually making it present in the device you're interacting with. And so people can massively project and bullshit on these things. And that's why it's so dangerous. That's why it's so dangerous. And I have friends that are like, no, you've got wise AI. I believe in wise AI. But I don't, by the way, the LLMs are not going to take us to AGI. So I do believe in wise AI. But I don't think that has anything to do with the fact that we're promoting in a massive way LLMs. And why are we doing it? Like, ask yourself, why are you doing it? Well, it's so much easier. That's how it begins. So I want to give, like, I'm not saying anything I don't do myself. I could do my research a lot faster if I use Claude 4 or ChatGPT, and I won't do it. Because you know what I want to do? I want to make sure that I spend the 19 hours reading the book. I want to spend all the time making mistakes. Because I've learned that, I know this sounds bad, most of my best learning has come from how massively I've made bad mistakes. So, try that.